mentioned it just at the top here. Now, getting a job, it's hard, isn't it? It's never easy, and trying to find work on your own by yourself, it's challenging, daunting, overwhelming, throws up all sorts of challenges. Well, Liverpool is one of 10 areas piloting a new project funded by the Department of Work and Pensions. It's an employed support scheme based on an American model and has been set up by housing association plus Dane in partnership with social enterprise Transform Lives. There'll be a community hub providing a one-stop shop for local residents looking for jobs, as well as the offer of financial incentives as well, like in work credit, a back-to-work bonus or credit against rent arrears. Dixon is Plus Dane's Deputy Chief Executive, and Tracy Fishwick is Managing Director of Transform Live. Pleased to say they both join me on the line now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just reading that just fills me with joy and hope for our adults out there who are looking to get back into employment or to start employment. Start with you first, Claire. Why did Plus Dane, want to get involved with this pilot project in the first place?
Yeah, so Plus Dane has a deep-rooted history in Liverpool 8. So our Merseyside part of the business started a number of years ago. We've actually invested heavily in the area. We completed a £7 million regeneration of the Welsh streets, and we've currently got a multi-million-pound retrofit project in Liverpool 8. So once we started talking to Tracy, it was a real synergy to what we're trying to do in the area. And I think, for housing associations, for us and for other associations across the city region, we invested last year over £400 million on new and existing homes, employing over 8,500 people. We're really keen to unlock those opportunities for our communities. And I think, the model that Tracy and DWP have developed is one that, we know it's in the heart of our community. And as a housing association, we can draw in a lot of, we work with over 30,000 customers. We can draw those in and really help them expand their opportunities.
Yeah, speaking very passionate there, Claire. Was that the same for you then, Tracy, with Transform Lives?
Absolutely. I mean, you said there at the start that this fills you with joy. Yeah. I can't tell you how much I agree with that. I think for too long, people's experience of trying to find work and sometimes the doors that close in front of you where those doors should be open, is a big part of the problem. And that's the thing that we want to really sort of turn around now and try to do things very differently, so it will feel very different for the person that's going to hopefully come in and talk to us.
Because we're all good at something, aren't we? It's sometimes, people get left by the wayside. There might be distractions or whatever when they're in their schooling years. But, people can get distracted. So this is a great opportunity, and correct me if I'm wrong, to rekindle those skills, to talk about transferable skills and to draw out the best of the community that we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this work for more than 25 years. And I've very rarely met anybody that hasn't got what you just said, that potential
something to
do something. Exactly. What often happens, though, is that the opportunities are closed for whatever reason, or something has happened. Things happen in our lives. We get sick. Something happens to somebody in our family that really sets us back, or we're made redundant. Lots of things happen, and they're quite difficult sometimes to overcome on your own. And I think the other big thing is that we've ended up in a place where the national support system around work, the job centres, have got a very narrow focus. And that's changed a lot over the last 10 or 12 years, where, you need an appointment to go in to the job centre. You have to be on universal credit pretty much to get any help at all. Yeah. And of course, lots of people don't fall into those categories, but they still want to get a better job or a different job, or any, a first job. And that's what we're going to be looking at doing.
Okay, and it's just bring in Claire now. So just give us an overview, then a summary, please, Claire. The idea, what's the idea behind the project, and how will it work?
Yeah, so we've opened up a hub in one of our existing community centres, the Irene Milson Centre. So we're really pleased that we've been able to open the hub there, because Irene was a community advocate for social justice who's sadly no longer with us. But it's really fitting that we've got the service delivered from there. People can come in, people can talk to us. There was a fantastic launch on Friday, so it was great to see Tracy develop an old traditional jobs board where people can go in and have a look at those roles that are available. We can hook up it with local employers. We can identify what skills they're requiring, so that we can work with the community to make sure that we're offering them opportunities to enable them to succeed in the roles that are available. And I think for us, Tracy, in discussion on Friday, plus Dane agreed that for our roles going forward, we will ring fence job interviews for people as part of the pilot to really kickstart the community and getting opportunities that are out there.
Yeah, obviously it needs funding as well. Money's got to come from somewhere. Are local businesses supporting the project?
So, sorry, Tracy, I'll let you take that.
Very much so. Claire's just given a brilliant example there, just on day one. Plus Dane saying, we'll put our money where our mouth is, really, which it isn't about the cash. It's about opening up opportunities and allowing people to get onto that interview shortlist where maybe they wouldn't do previously. Getting the interview is sometimes the hard part. We can prepare people for interview. We can drill them. We can give them good practice and give them that feedback. But if they don't actually get onto that list and get in front of a hiring manager, then they literally have got no chance. And it's quite hard to get to that place. And we've been working in the city for a number of years, and there's a lot of companies already that we work with as Transform Lives, and we'll be going round them all now, saying to them, what can you do with us in relation to this project? Can you do what Plus Dane have done and open up your vacancies?
Yeah.
The big employer that's been amazing with us for about 8 or 9 years is the University of Liverpool, and they've been giving us guaranteed interviews for a number of years. So if the university can do it at the scale they are, I'm sure that other companies will follow suit.
Yeah. Tracy, last week we had we were talking about soft skills and hard skills, and we were talking about what makes a good employee, what are employers looking for sitting down in that interview. It's not about necessarily hard skills; it's about your communication skills. Your empathy, your sympathy, your personality. So, what would your message to anyone listening to this now who's looking for work, but just needs some help and support? In brief, what would your message be?
I think it is difficult. Saying have more confidence is, it's easy to say and very hard to get, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we encourage people to do things like volunteering, to get some work experience, even if it's just a very small amount of time, a day or two, to reach out to people that who may be able to offer you opportunities that are not paid to begin with. But also find organisations like ours. There are quite a few across the city region, not just Transform Lives Company. There's a lot of organisations out there that can help, but certainly get in touch with us if you want to work on that sort of well-being, mental health, confidence, and practice talking to people about what you can do.
Good idea.
And don't hold back. As you said, there is definitely an opportunity out there for everybody. There are quite a lot of jobs around, and equally employers are finding it difficult to find people. So there's got to be a way of matching everyone together.
Yeah. Tracy, Claire, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Really appreciate that.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck with everything. You're doing amazing. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
That was Tracy Fishwick, Managing Director of Social Enterprise Transform Lives. Also Claire Dixon, Plus Dane Housing Association's Deputy Chief Executive.
Kevin Duala at breakfast. BBC Radio Merseyside.